All right, back from the concourse as promised. My friend Connor Burke joining me. Hey, Connor, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Boy, we got a hockey game going on here,
This is intense.
It is, and 3-2. I mean, not quite where we want to be just yet. Billy Urchuk joined me here last intermission, and he said, you know what? They're showing up. The Stingers showing up today. Would you agree with that?
100%. They had tons of good opportunities at the end there. Like, it could have been tied right there. I mean, like we were just watching, there was a good couple shots there at the end. They put the pressure on. We're just there. We're knocking on the doorstep.
Yeah, that's right. They're still in a positive mindset, I guess, is what, both Jay Peckham and Billy Urchuk and I have been talking about how, North Bay's already in a position of clinching a playoff spot. So this is really important to the Sarnia Sting right now. Uniquely important to North Bay as they're looking for positioning in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure, like, with the trade happened, that you like to make amends, try and prove that you won that end of the deal, right?
Right.
You don't want to pay all that for nothing. But they've showed up too, I think, both the Twins and Vilmanis. It's good to see them back. Yeah,
right. And a nice tribute to them there earlier by the Sarnia Sting as well. But there's still that final 20 minutes of hockey that's got to happen here to close this deal here today. What is missing out there, or what would you say is missing that they need to kind of seal up a little bit better for that third period?
I think it's just a bit more urgency. They're just a little bit slow there. I think they should be throwing a couple more big hits and
like slow to shooting the puck, or like what do you mean?
Just coming up the ice, like just a little lackadaisical. I think more pressure, harder on the puck and harder on the corners, and I think that's a good opportunity.
Yeah, okay, all right. Do you like the speed and the pace that this game has been so far?
Like I said, it's a little bit slow, but I'd like to see it ramped up just a little bit. But North Bay, they're a great team, so it's hard to put that on them because they have a great D squad.
Hasn't been a super. That's not Lee. We don't want Lee on there. Where's you? There you are. Never mind that Lee guy. What was it saying? It's not been a super aggressive physical game, right?
No, I agree.
Is that? I might have thought maybe there would have been a little bit more there. Not coming from the Sting, but coming from North Bay.
Yeah, that's a hard, powerful team, I think. Maybe even more hits. Yeah, like you haven't really seen anybody knocked down or anything too physical so far. So nothing after the whistle. And I think it might come here. I think that it's going to come down to it.
So?
It's
yeah.
Pretty tight
that's
period.
Kind of where I was headed. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit more there, because North Bay doesn't really have to get any more goals. They just have to stop. Right. To stop the Sting, so to speak. So I think we're going to have to see a little more offense coming out of the Sarnia Sting. But like you said, North Bay, not a weak team. They've clinched playoffs already for a reason. So, they're looking to, like I say, get in that position and hold on to this win for lots of different teams still looking for the playoff positioning as well, right? So it's still it's an uphill battle for the Sarnia Sting, but you feel that they have the opportunity and the drive, I guess, to get into the playoffs?
We're still there for sure, 100%. It's a good team. You can't count them out, but it's going to come down to the wire with it being like with Flint having that spot. And those two back-to-back games, you kind of gave up points that those were kind of really important. Put some behind the 8 ball a little bit, but they're there. They can do it for sure. Especially with only 4 teams not making the playoffs. You have an opportunity to the very last game of the season.
Well, you got to take advantage of every one. We are playing hurt though, right? Kai Schwint had some trouble the other day, and they're playing him sort of day to day is kind of what they're looking at doing, right? But a powerful force that has been here with the Sarnia Sting. Tyson Doucette in there with a goal, and interestingly enough, Billy Urchuk, I asked him, and I'll ask you the same question in a moment, sort of a star player or a young player that he sees as a star, and he said Sean Doherty. And then Sean shows up with the next goal. Are you a fan of Sean as well?
I am, big time. He's been on fire.
What do you like about him?
He's quick. He got up the ice so fast there. Like, he made that opportunity all himself. Made 2 great moves in the defensive zone to break it out. Made a pass and then got open and got the goal. Like, he did 70% of that play, I think. It was awesome to see. He's very quick and he's got a great shot.
Yeah, he's been a somewhat of a not somewhat. He's been a leader on this team as well. Like I think off the ice as well. In that locker room, and we were talking about saying we're playing hurt, so we've got to have some of these young guys step up. So now I will ask you the question: aside from Sean Doherty, perhaps, do you have a favorite, like a young player on this team that you would consider an upcoming superstar, either on the ice and in the locker room?
I think the moves that Sika made for Kostic and Kajkovic, I think those guys are going to be really good coming up.
Yeah.
Kostic's he's quick too. He's got a very good shot, and he's already had a couple highlight reel goals that they put on the OHL page. Like he's really good. I think those guys, look forward to seeing them coming up, and like Bridgewater, it'll be good to see him come back. Like
right.
Kind of burned his contract, but he'll be back, and we have a lot of good prospects coming up, and I think
coming into the next season for sure, some powerful things to happen. But it's right now that matters. The next 20 minutes of hockey coming up here shortly, and a reminder once again, we will have the post-game press conference live from the restaurant here at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena, and hopefully coming back with a positive win here for this is a huge win for them to take a win against a team like North Bay. That can really raise the confidence level, there's the advantage too for the fact that North Bay has just had 3 back-to-back games, so maybe they're a little tired out there. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure that plays into it. They have a lot of travel too, being so far up there.
I know.
It's kind of a terrible schedule, being on a bus all the time. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that plays into it quite a bit.
Right.
To be able to take a win away from a team like that proves that we're there. Like, in next season, and we'll be there again. It's going to be even better.
I don't know if I said this last time, but there's our number, just shy of 4,400 fans here today.
You love to see it.
Right, showing up for the Sting and allowing them to rebuild, as Billy Yurchuk had put out there before. So, all right, well, we'll just leave it to that, to 3-2 right now for the Sarnia Sting, and post-game press conference coming up, hopefully with positive results. And as always, Connor, thanks so much for just good to see you, buddy.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you, Dave.
Right on. Okay, well, live with the Sarnia Sting at the concourse, I'm David Burrows, and as always, this is my friend Connor Burke, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, go Sting, go!